History.
More like mystery.
History.
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 His
Story.
Story.
His story.
His story?
His story?
Whose story?
My story? Your story?
Their story.
There is a history here that some can't see.
There's a history here that some won't see.
There is a turning.
Turning.
Turning away by those with choice.
And a turning.
Turning.
Turning toward for those who must know to survive.
At the cemetery.
Walnut Grove Plantation.
South Carolina, 1989 by Lucille Clifton.
Among the rocks at Walnut Grove.
Silence drumming in my bones.
Tell me your names.
Nobody mentioned slaves.
And yet the curious tools shine with your fingerprints.
Nobody mentioned slaves.
But somebody did this work.
Who had no guide, no stone.
Who moulders under rock.
Tell me your names.
Tell me your bashful names.
And
I will testify.
There is a turning.
Turning. Turning that happens when you begin to see it.
If you are 3
Or 13.
Or 23.
or 33,
Or 83.
That spins you until you are sick to your stomach with the bitter truth of the legacy.
and I will testify. The inventory lists 10 slaves.
But only men were recognized.
Among the rocks at Walnut Grove.
Some of these honored dead.
Were dark.
Some of these dark were slaves.
Some of these slaves were
Were
women.
women.
Some of them did this honored work.
Tell me your names.
Foremothers, brothers.
Tell me your dishonored names.
Here lies.
Here lies.
Here lies.
Here lies.
Here.
From heavy chains.
To sun-baked fields.
To burning ropes.
To blistering stoves.
To back-breaking pickaxes.
To beds without consent.
To cold, sharp handcuffs. To constant kitchen floors.
To biting shackles.
To isolating cells.
To milk cattle for children not your own.
Through the byways of you can't read.
You can't own property.
Your community has no fathers.
You
are being disrespectful.
But still you toil.
Still you persist.
Still you dare.
To claim your humanity.
Your resilience.
Your
fortitude.
Even through the chains.
Fields.
Ropes.
Hot stoves. Pickaxes.
Beds.
Handcuffs.
Kitchens.
Shackles. Cells.
To milk cattle for children not your own.
Hands up.
Let's start the bidding at.
Hands up, boy.
Hands
up.
You have the right to remain silent. Hands up.
Don't
shoot.
How do we move forward?
How do we reach across this divide of history?
This divide of understanding.
This divide of knowledge.
This divide of lived realities.
To see me.
To hear me.
To listen. To acknowledge.
That this legacy is.
This legacy is.
This legacy is.
I look at the world.
From awakening eyes and a black face. And this is what I see.
This fenced off narrow space.
Assigned to me.
I look then at the silly walls.
Through dark eyes and a dark face.
And this is what I know.
That all these walls oppression builds will have to go.
I look at my own body.
With eyes no longer blind.
And I see that my own hands can make.
The world that's in my mind. Then
Then
let us hurry, comrades. The road to find.
Hands up.
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 Hands
up.